Hi, Collective. It's Intuitive Pisces Moon, and I'm going to bring you a general message today. Just want to do an energy check in. So, I've got my energy oracle here and some tarot. We'll take a look and see what's happening out there in the world. We are in the midst of a bunch of solar flares and eclipses. I mean, things are going to be nuts for a little bit. They definitely are. But I'm here with it. So, let's roll. Let's see what we have. Thank you all for being here. I do appreciate your time and energy exchange. All right, that one wants to come out. We have the garden and the gate. Very lovely. Some of us are looking out on that horizon. Things are flourishing. You're ready to take a leap. Okay, we have rest and rejuvenation. Absolutely. I feel a lot of us are in this phase of our lives. Okay. Caring connections. All right, let's get one more. Attachment. Okay. So in this one, you can see this lady's chained to this pole here. So this could be an attachment to a connection. This could be us getting away from an attachment to a connection. We'll have to see how this plays out. All right. Bottom of the deck is action. To me, that's the Chariot card. So that is about controlling the two horses that are opposites and having them steer in the same direction. So that could be your internal forces, your internal masculine and feminine, and figuring out how to work them both and make them go in the right direction. That can be difficult. This could be someone taking an action, whether it's you or someone else. So again, we'll see how this plays out. All right, let's get some tarot. So let's start over here with the garden and the gate. What is the situation with the garden and the gate? Okay, we have the sun. That's a beautiful start here. Now with this card, this reminds me of the Two of Wands because she actually is in her garden, and that's safety, okay? And she has a key around her neck that goes to this gate that she could leave at any time to go out and venture. So this is a card that basically cautions you to be careful not to stay in the safety of what you know in your comfort zones, because there is just so much more out there for you, okay? So you can sit here and look out on the horizon all you want, but until you take the action, you're just going to be, again, in your comfort zone. So we do have the sun that goes with that, which is a beautiful place to start. That's very positive energy. That can even be going back and thinking of, your childlike joy that you had, the wonder about things. It's kind of just an easy energy, a positive energy. All right, we have the Ace of Swords. Very nice. Ace of Swords is usually about seeing something for what it is, the truth of it, the clarity. Let's see what else we have to go with that. All right, Two of Cups. There it is. That is a partnership, a soulmate situation. Now we did get caring connections over here. Let me scoot these up a little so we don't run out of room. Okay, so perhaps this is you or someone else seeing the truth of a connection that you had. Okay, this is something that you wanted, and now you're seeing, you're getting clarity on it. It could be a truth coming out. Maybe something was blocked from you being able to see the truth about a soulmate situation in the past. Again, this could also be your person, so take this as it resonates, whether it is you or your person, your soulmate person out there, who is finally acknowledging really what this situation is. And they may be in this position where they kind of see what's out on the horizon. It is the sun, it is positive, beautiful energy. But they may be debating on whether to leave to go towards this or not. So that's a choice they need to make. Okay. And this also makes sense now going over to the attachment. So let's get into the next card, which is rest and rejuvenation. So again, this reminds me of the Four of Swords. This is taking the time to rejuvenate. And it could be after a tumultuous situation. It could just be that you're burnt out and you need this rest and rejuvenation. Okay, we have the Four of Swords. That's hilarious. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. You are resting, and it could be after a heartbreak. Okay, this could be after some other relationship that literally broke your heart. Now, it does not have to be that, but in the tarot, the Three of Swords is heartbreak. The Four of Swords comes right after you're now recuperating from that heartbreak. So take that as it resonates, whatever you're resting towards. But let's see what else we have. Okay, Six of Wands. I love the Six of Wands because, well, first of all, it comes out almost on a daily basis. I could pull cards from numerous decks in the day asking various questions. This card keeps coming out and I love it because what that's saying is you're going to be successful in this. Okay? So whatever it is that you're resting from, rejuvenating from, it's going to be just fine for you. Okay? Again, it may be a dark period in the process of it all, but you are doing it and it's going to help you and benefit you in the end. And you may even receive accolades for it. Okay, let's get one more card for this pile. All right, this one wants to come out. The Queen of Swords. All right, now I'm seeing this in a couple of different ways. With the Queen of Swords, feminine energy, and she is not as much in her feelings. She is more in her head. She's intelligent. Okay, she's swift acting. So what I'm gathering with this is that for some of us who have kind of been brokenhearted from some situation, is that we are now going forward after we've rested and rejuvenated. We are looking at things more objectively. Okay, maybe we're now seeing red flags in situations and even cutting people off. Instead of kind of going along with something, we're swiftly going, nope, that's not for me. I don't want to get into that because I've been broken before and I know how that feels. So I'm going to take things slow and think about it methodically before I jump into anything. All right. And this could also be a divorced person. So just throwing that out there as well. There could have been in a previous situation a divorce that occurred. All right, let's get over to caring connections. What do we have for caring connections? Temperance. I love it. I love it because in this particular deck, it is showing two people. Now it is a zombie deck, okay? And one is a zombie and one looks like a human, but they're showing like a balance. So even if you look at it this way, now this person's upright, this one's upside down. So what you're finding is balance, possibly in a connection. You're learning to alchemize the world around you, whether it be your feelings, your emotions, your physical body, just the different things that you're getting into. And you're realizing that there does need to be a balance in order to move forward. Okay? So I love that. Let's see what else we have for the caring connections. We have the King of Pentacles. Okay. So again, that could be you or another person. And masculine energy, this typically is somebody who has built their wealth up to a point. They're very business minded, very earthly. They know how to go out and make money and create something for themselves. So this could be a masculine that might be entering your life as a connection. Again, roles could be reversed because here we have a king and a queen. So feminine, masculine, however you relate that. This could also just be you mastering the material world, okay? Even if you're feminine. All right, what else do we have for this pile? The Ace of Pentacles. I love it. All right, so this could be some sort of material gift that's coming to you. All right. Now, that's usually kind of the divine handing you that pentacle. Like, here you go, here's a gift. So this could be winnings of some sort, the lottery, an inheritance, just some sort of material gift being given to you. Okay. I love it. So we have 2 aces now. Beautiful energy. Let's get over to attachment. So let's see what that's all about. Again, this is about a person who is attached to something, whatever the attachment may be. All right, so the attachments could be old belief patterns, addictions, relationships that aren't serving you, whatever the situation is. But basically, what it also means is that if you do not break free, you're going to be stuck there. So you have to, again, have the desire to move forward to break free. Very similar to this, okay? This one has a very dark, shadowy demeanor to the card because it's very gray, very dark. This could also be you going through stormy times or dark night of the soul. This could be you being forced, again, chained to a pole to look at your toxic patterns. All right. Take it as it resonates because whoever this story here is for probably knows whatever it is that they are not wanting to let go of. Okay. Let's get some tarot on that. All right, we have the Star. I love that because that is hope for the future. All right. Now, the only downside that I'm seeing to this card, because this is a beautiful card, I would never see a downside to this card. This is us basically saying we've been through a lot up to this point, and we're looking to the future now, and we're very, very hopeful for the outcomes of things. We want our wishes fulfilled. We're dreaming of what's to come. But be careful that you don't get stuck here in your attachments to things, because you could sit here and hope and dream and wish all day, but if you do not let go of what's holding you back, this will never come to fruition. Okay? There's a saying that says you can wish in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fills up faster. Have you guys heard that one? I use it a lot. Okay? So that's what I'm seeing here is you have the wishing versus the reality. Now, you still have to do something about your reality in order to get your wish fulfillment. So, be careful of that. If it's taking you into the dark night of the soul, there is a purpose to it. And if you ignore it, you'll never get to this place because you're going to keep repeating whatever cycle you're stuck in with the chains and the mask. All right, let's keep going with this. All right, 7 of Wands. Every time I see the 7 of Wands, the phrase comes up for me, and it's in any deck, is you're a defensive wiener. And I I don't know why that is what comes up. So this could be you being defensive. Maybe you are defensive about whatever it is that you're attached to. Okay? You may secretly be hopeful for something better, but until you physically do the work or make a change to move forward, you're just going to be here constantly having to defend yourself against whatever you're defending yourself against. Let's see what else we have. There we go. The World. Okay. I am definitely seeing that you're ready to end whatever's holding you back here. Okay? The World is the last card in the Major Arcana. It means you have taken the entire Fool's journey and you're done. You've completed it. And not only did you complete it, but you successfully learned whatever lessons it was that you were supposed to learn along the way. Okay? And maybe that's what you're defending now, is your new way of thinking. You've freed yourself of these attachments, these toxic energies, whether they be people, addictions, ways of thinking, relationships, whatever it is, okay? You're now ready to defend your position, are hopeful of the future, and ready to start over. This is endings and new beginnings, okay? So that's beautiful energy. Now at the bottom here we have Queen of Cups. So that is a very feminine, intuitive energy right there. She's very loving, very nurturing, emotional. That's why she's in front of the ocean. Okay. So again, this could be a new person you're wanting to go towards. This could be the outcome of what all of this has taught you. So take that as it resonates because it can go in any direction. Okay. Very nice on that. Let's move over to the practical self-care. And we're just going to kind of get more in between these. So let's jump back over to the garden and the gate. Spirit, what do we have for this pile? All right, we have into you and good chemistry. Great vibes. I'm going to go here with this Two of Cups on that. So that could be, again, some new relationship that you're in the midst of trying to figure out if you should go towards. That's how I am seeing this card. Okay. This did not intend to be a relationship spread. I'm seeing it as a very spiritual based connection though, too, because again, we are doing the rest, the rejuvenation, even the shadow work. Okay. I'm considering that as shadow work. And we are moving forward from a more balanced place. So I love that that came out. Let's see what else we can get. All right, create a routine. So having a routine helps you limit procrastination and gives you structure. Very nice. So that might be something that we're doing as far as the garden and the gate is concerned. Even though it could be scary to go look out in a place you've never been before. Okay, I'm kind of seeing it as that. It's safe where you're at, and that is something that the ego tries to keep you in. So I just want you to be aware of that. Okay, I see this as possibly shedding ego and ego deaths, and what you're doing as a healed person is looking out on the horizon and seeing, what can I do, what can I be, where can I go. The possibilities are endless. Be careful of your ego trying to keep you in that safety of comfort, because it's a trap. Just saying. Once you create a routine, it will help you to move on and out of that. So let's just say, for example, on this, your attachment was alcohol. Okay. Maybe you have a group of friends or even family members that you hang out with regularly and you drink. That's just what you do. But maybe after you've done this healing, you don't want to drink anymore. Or maybe you don't want to drink as much. Maybe you want to cut back or eliminate it entirely. By creating a routine, you're basically promising yourself that I am going to commit to doing this for, a certain amount of time. And even if it is a slow, gradual undoing of something, that's better than nothing at all. Just saying. So if you drink every single day, and then you commit to only drinking 1 or 2 days out of the week, that's still better than 7 days a week. So if you're creating a routine, you're telling your body and yourself that I am cutting back on whatever this is, the drinking, and I am going to only commit to doing it once or twice a week. And then maybe beyond that, you could commit to 0 times a week. Again, whatever you feel is healthy for you and your body. Okay. So that's just an example of how a routine can help you get out of something. All right, let's move over to the next one, which is rest and rejuvenation. What do we have? We have born to stand out. You don't fit in. Stand in your own power and be proud of your individuality. Okay, I love that. So I am gathering that with that card, some of us, maybe even our whole lives, felt that we didn't fit in. We couldn't find a crowd that we blended in with, again, so maybe we were wearing masks to put ourselves in certain situations and be friends with certain groups or whatever the situation is. And now that you're doing your internal work, you're realizing that, I don't want to bend who I am to fit in anywhere. I know now that I am a unique individual and that I am meant to stand out. Okay? So I find that beautiful because, again, by hiding who we are to blend in with others can be a self-sabotaging action. Okay? And we're not being our true, authentic self. And what happens in that situation is we attract more of that. So I just want to let you know, again, if you go into a situation wearing a mask, you're likely attracting someone else or a group of people that are doing the same. Okay? All right, let's keep going. What else do we have for this pile? Okay, unfazed. I love that too because part of the rest and rejuvenation is that's you kind of in your solitude, acknowledging that I don't need all the drama in my life. Okay? I don't need attachments in my life. All right? I love it. That's beautiful energy. Let's keep going. Let's get over to caring connections. What do we have for caring connections? We have travel. Okay. I love that too because, again, you have pentacles here. It costs money to travel. Some of us are really wanting to travel or do travel and understand that it does take a certain level of material wealth to be able to do something like that. Now, tying it to a connection, this may be somebody who doesn't live near you. This could be somebody that you have to travel towards, or they're going to travel towards you, and it is a balanced energy. Okay, let's see if we can get one more for this pile. What else do we have? We have dusted off. Okay, I am seeing that as this could be a past connection. Someone may be coming back into your life, even traveling towards you, and wants to dust off an old relationship. Now, again, roles could be reversed. You could be wanting to travel towards someone, so however it resonates with you. But I am seeing that this would be a past connection. All right. Now, as far as the travel is concerned, I'm also seeing that as they want to travel with you. So this could be something that's going to come out when they come forward and say, hey, I want to dust this off. I want to make this work. Let's go from a place of balance. Let's make it a caring connection because it is going to be a soulmate situation with this card over here. And now they want to do more with you. Okay, so maybe if you're not in connection now in the 3D, not in communication, this is something that they want to come forward and say, hey, guess what? I am into you. All right, let's move over to attachment. Let's see if we can get anything on attachment. Okay, overcoming obstacles. Yep, that is about what that card is. So get back on your feet, gain strength from difficult situations. Absolutely. So with difficult situations, again, addiction can be a difficult situation. Getting out of a relationship that doesn't serve you anymore can be a difficult situation. Anything that you are attached to and you have to let go or unchain yourself can be an obstacle and a difficult situation. But I am seeing that you're climbing, this mountain and you're ready for it. You want to do the work. You're putting it in and you're going for it. Okay, let's see if we can get one more for this pile here. All right, running. So some of you are actually getting into shape. So maybe your attachment was junk food, unhealthy eating. And I'm not just going to limit it to that because, to be honest with you, this could be something that you didn't honor your vessel, your body. Okay, we have to have that trifecta of the triangle: the mind, body, spirit. And if you're focusing on your mind only and not your spirit or your body, things are going to be out of whack. So that can go back to temperance. Even though this only shows two, we're going to relate it to three. Some of you are getting into shape because you have neglected your physical body, your vessel. Okay. So, with whatever junk, toxic stuff was being put into it, whether it was food, alcohol, drugs, whatever, we're now seeing that we need to exercise more and get back out there, get on that hamster wheel. All right. And then on the bottom of the deck, this confirms you're changing a bad habit. So, drinking, overeating, or anything else not serving you. That basically is exactly what I just said. So, with that, we are getting rid of things that we know are not for our highest good. Okay, I am going to jump into the next deck. So, let's see what we have. Okay. You could use some self-care time like now. Schedule it in. Okay. Very, very much so. So, again, we have two cards here that signify rest and rejuvenation. So, maybe some of us haven't started that path yet. All right. So, that's where we're creating a routine. We're going to start caring more about ourselves, our bodies, what we're putting into it, and creating a self-care routine. Okay. We also got remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. All right. Now, what I'm gathering with that is in the past, maybe you were in a relationship that could have been toxic. And maybe you had that notion that, oh, I see the good in them. I'm going to change them. I'm going to make them a better person. But I'm seeing that you started to realize at some point that, again, we can't change people. People don't change because you make them change. They change themselves because they decide they want to change. All right. That is a hard lesson to learn. I think every single one of us have been here at some point or another. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. I love that. All right. Now we have travel. So there you go. Put your inner critic on an airplane and say, you have the day off. I'm going to be kind to myself. Now, when you talk about caring connections, the word caring means everything. Okay? It's taking me back to Care Bears. We all work together. We all care about each other. We care about the outcomes of society and the collective. You know? You have to treat yourself as you would a friend who needs your caring heart. So, in other words, if your friend was very stressed out over a situation, what would you do for them? You'd probably sit down with them, you'd be nice and calming, maybe put your arm around them and say, it's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Now it's time to put that same energy into yourself. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Let your feelings out. All of them, even the ones that scare you. Oh man, I love this so much. You want to know why? Because of this card. So I did say something about, having hope. But if we're stuck in these attachments, we're just going to keep repeating that cycle over and over again. So what this is saying is that in the midst of you going in and doing the shadow work, again, looking at your attachments, looking at maybe the toxic relationships or things you're consuming or whatever it is, okay? This is going to be different for everybody. So I'm not going to pinpoint it. You know what you have going on in your life. You need to go in and let your feelings out. And I'm not suggesting that you again, with your caring connection, go to your partner and do it, or go find your close friend and do it. Although you could, but a lot of times shadow work is done alone. So maybe in a journal, open up a journal and just write all your feelings about everything that you're going through, your attachments, and be real with yourself. You're going to go in with a caring notion towards yourself as you would a close friend or a loved one, and have compassion for yourself as you are getting out these feelings. All right. Now, this may cause you to get in your feels, cry a little, whatever the situation happens to be. However, it is very necessary. Okay. So that's why the shadow work is typically done alone. All right. Now, if you have like a therapist per se, that would also be a great place to do this. Some people go to therapists and tell them what they want to hear to make it seem like, oh, I'm all better. I'm fine. I don't need you anymore. But if you are brutally honest with yourself and your therapist, if you have one, you're going to get more out of the sessions than just by pretending that everything is fine. Okay. We have your life is so special. Treat it with loving care. I love it because I just said that with a caring, feeling towards someone else or towards yourself. You just got to kind of go in with the mentality that I care about myself and I deserve to give myself that same nurturing that I give to others. I deserve it. All right. And then we have say goodbye to your past and leave the baggage behind for good. Definitely, definitely. Especially these attachments. Okay? They're not serving you. They're not doing you any good. In fact, I'm sure you see that. You see that it's a detriment to your livelihood and your greatest good. Okay? We don't want to be chained to a pole. I want to say pole and post, and both were coming out at the same time. We don't want to be chained to that post forever, repeating cycles, knowing that it's self harming, self sabotaging. Okay, whether again it is a relationship, food we're eating, drugs, alcohol, relationships, whatever the case is, you're now looking at these things from an honest perspective, and you're ready to purge it and to say goodbye for good. Okay. All right, let's read the bottom of the deck. Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? That very much to me is a mentality situation. So when you're in the depths of the darkness of letting go of some stuff, it can be tough to have a positive attitude, but it is definitely necessary. Okay. So that could be something that you can create a routine for. Maybe you do tend to be more of a pessimist than an optimist, and it's hard for you to see the positive side of things. That could be something that you could work on with a routine, you know? For one whole day, start with one day only. I won't say negative anything about anyone or anything. Gossip comes up a lot. I find myself, because I have always been more of an optimist, I find myself sometimes sitting with certain groups of people who are more pessimistic and just having to sit there and keep my mouth shut. I'm not going to sit here and rag on someone for being a pessimist, but that's not how I choose to live my life. So I'm going to sit there and understand that they've got that mindset and that is their issue, but I'm not going to allow myself to, first of all, drag myself down to their negative energy. Okay? I preserve my positive energy. I need that in my life. And then number two, if it's gossip, I'm not going to chime in with it. If someone says, "Oh, like this just happened to me at the grocery store yesterday." Okay? So this is a good example. I was at the checkout. I only bought like 4 things, so it was quick, very quick. And there was a lady in front of me. She's checking out, so she's in the midst of paying, and the checkout lady sees one of the other employees walk in. And she's like, "Oh, hey girl, how you doing?" And I'm just standing there waiting my turn to, pay for my groceries. And she goes, "What is on your head?" And this lady that walked in had like a headband and a head wrap and then a clip in her hair. Like she was done out. She got ready in the mirror this morning and said, "This is what I want to do today. I'm going to stand out." That's what it said to me. I'm going to stand out, because it was very bright colors, you know? And she had her head held high. She had all her makeup done. I could tell that she was confident in her look. Now, the checkout lady did not understand that. All she saw from her level of perception was, "Good God, girl, what are you wearing?" And she said it like that. And as I'm watching this other lady walk past, she's kind of doing what I do, deflecting the negativity, walking still with her head held high because she knows she's looking good. And again, I saw a beautiful soul in that lady that walked past. I did. I saw it. She stood tall. She believed in herself. What I said next is your choice of what you can say. This checkout lady just kept on. "Oh, she's always wearing something weird. I just don't understand it." And I looked right at her and I said, "It takes a lot of courage to be unique." And that shut her up. So you have a choice when people are talking smack about other people. You can be the one that joins in and makes that person feel worse, or you can stand up and say, "I don't agree with what you're saying," but you can do it in a nice way. All right? Nobody likes being bullied, especially from adults. I mean, come on. All right. Sorry about that. Little tangent, but it was necessary. I mean, seriously. All right. I am going to get some last cards here from my Spirit Allies deck. And again, this is going to be just little bits of advice to go with this. I will read from the book on that because this is a newer deck and I'm not as familiar with the stuff in it, but I do love working with it. So it's got goddesses, it's got crystals, it's got astrological signs, plants, a little bit of everything. So let's see what we have to go with this spread. Let's get some last messages, Spirit, please. Okay. We have Cleopatra. Very nice. We have Tiger's Eye. Okay, that's a crystal. We have Eos. And let's get one more. Let's get one more to go with this spread. Black Panther. All right. You know what's cool? I've used this deck many times. I haven't seen any of these yet. Bottom of the deck is Libra. So with Libra, let's talk about it briefly before we go read into these. This could be a sign that ties into something for you here. Okay, maybe you're a Libra, they're a Libra, sun, moon, rising, whatever the situation is. They could have Libra in their chart. But with Libra, they are an air sign and very balanced thinking, very justice minded. Okay, so going back to my grocery store example, if the scale is tipped because someone's doing something they shouldn't be doing, you have the choice to add more to the one side to make it worse, or to help balance the scales and stand up for the other person and say, "You know what? They don't deserve that. They just don't." Like, and what's wrong with you inside of yourself that you have to rip on someone else's appearance? That's why I said what I said. It does take a lot of courage to be unique. And people do rip on you for it. But the way I see it is they are too, I'm trying to think of the word. I don't want to say jealous, but it could be that. Insecure, maybe? Too insecure. I said it takes courage to be unique. So their insecurities are saying, "Oh, I could never do that." But that doesn't mean you have to rip on someone else for doing that. Okay? So be nice. I talk about kindness a lot. It's easier for me to be kind than it is for me to be mean. And I'm okay with telling people when they're being mean. I'm okay with it. All right, let's go read on Cleopatra first. That is number 3. Okay, so that is this one. My feminine energy makes me strong. Cleopatra was known for cleverness, beauty, and intelligence. She was well educated and is believed to have spoken a dozen different languages. Connections were also made between Cleopatra and the goddess Isis during the time of ancient Egypt. Cleopatra is an embodiment of divine feminine energy and the power that comes with that. There is feminine energy within all of us. It can be seen in the concept of yin and yang and countless others. The power that lies with divine feminine is graceful, beautiful, nurturing, and compassionate. Cleopatra reminds you not to let others underestimate you or the power of the divine feminine. Practice embodying the goddess within you when you are searching for an extra boost of confidence. And there is a journal prompt. How could I have fun exploring my divine feminine energy and inner goddess? All right, I love that. So, very intelligent lady, with the strength of divine feminine. That was that lady that walked in with the head wrap and stuff. She, I could tell, was confident in her look, regardless of what any of us think, that it looks like from the outside. Her inner confidence was shining. And that's what irritates these other people's demons. So I'm just throwing that out there as well. So I see this is the lady that walked past, and this with attachments and old ways of thinking was the checkout lady. Okay, she hasn't done her shadow work. So the fact that someone walks past with this beautiful energy, it irritates their demons. Just know that it's not you. When someone tears you down like that, it's not you. All right, let's get over to Tiger's Eye, number 24. All right, now this is a tiger's eye right here. You can kind of see that it moves in the light. Might not be the best light, but anyways, that's what it looks like. That's basically a drawing of it. Okay, tiger's eye. I connect with my root so that I may heal. With reflective stripes that glimmer in the sun, and also this does tie to the sun card, so awesome. And the sign of Leo, by the way. But that's why I have it located over here, because it does also relate to your root chakra. So these represent your chakras just as these do. So this is your root chakra. Tiger's Eye can help to promote clarity, dispel anxiety, and bring you good luck. Connecting with the root chakra, Tiger's Eye is a stone that encourages grounding and connecting with your roots, both ancestral and out in nature. Whether you are directly familiar with your ancestors or not, you can connect with them in meditation and the dream world. You were born within this lifetime to heal and connect with your highest self. But in order to do that, there can be a lot of deep work to do on healing the root causes of the issues around ancestral wounds in your lineage. Allow nature to be your companion on this journey and take some time to connect with trees, flowers, and the dirt beneath your feet. Welcome the life force of the planet that is always available to support you. Your journal prompt for this card: what can I learn about myself looking at the patterns of my lineage? Okay. So again, that's very important. Going back to these attachments, some of these attachments, if you go back and look, we're just going to go to drinking, because I know that that is definitely a lot of families' lineage issues. Okay. I know that on my dad's side of my family, drinking was a huge thing. And in many of the houses, there was no alcohol allowed because a lot of them had problems with it. And if the alcohol was near, they'd find it and they'd consume it. And so they were just trying as much as possible to keep that away from the people that were tempted. Okay. So Keep in mind that as you're healing yourself, you're also healing your lineage. Okay? Let's get over to Eos, number 5. And this is, I am worthy of my desires. The Greek goddess of the dawn, Eos is a bringer of light and new beginnings. Draped in robes of saffron with wings to carry her through the sky, Eos is said to have been responsible for opening the gates of heaven each morning to let the sun in. She is also the sister of Helios, the sun god, and Selene, the moon goddess. While Eos is the perfect reminder of starting each day fresh and new, she also has a wild energy about her and an unquenchable desire. Let her inspire you to look at your life with fresh eyes as you explore your own desires. Whether it's romantic or dreamy, reigniting your passion can be rejuvenating and enlightening in an entirely new and unexpected way. Let yourself explore all the possibilities and see where you end up. Your journal prompt is, what do I deeply desire? All right. So I love that that also references the sun. So that's 3 sun cards now. All right. But again, it's on the romantic sort of situation. So maybe some of us are getting into the more romantic realm of things, even if it's romanticizing your life. You know, like I cook dinner for myself and I still do it with love and passion because I'm still eating it. Okay. Even if it's just me eating it, I care enough about me to know that I deserve this meal that I'm cooking for myself. And I do it with love and I do it with passion. You can romanticize your life, even if you're not in a romantic relationship. All right, let's get over to the last one here. Black Panther, number 38. Okay, so this is I am protected. Black Panther sits atop a tree branch, illuminated by the light of the moon. A graceful creature, Black Panther quietly observes and witnesses its surroundings. Its deep, dark fur keeps Black Panther protected while also setting it apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. The Black Panther is a powerful symbol of spiritual rebirth. If you have found yourself looking through the depths of your emotions and seeking psychic guidance, then Black Panther is a sign that the universe has been listening. The Black Panther is a guardian like no other, and in this stage of your journey, know that you are divinely protected. Connected to the dark moon, Black Panther also represents your ability to travel through the darkness and find the light. Tap into your inner power and know that you can uncover your dream reality. Release any uncertainty to the universe and move forward knowing that your own power alone is a force to be reckoned with. Your journal prompt: what signs have I recently seen and what do they mean to me? Okay. I love that that fell on this pile too because, again, we were talking about shadow work. So that is kind of how shadow work works. If you think about it, think about your body being entirely of shadow. And the more you go back and face your shadow, what you're doing is you're shining light on it. Okay? So you may be going into this little section today and shining light on it. Well, once you shine the light on it, it's forever lit. Okay? Yes, there's a chance you could slip up and backslide and make it dark again, but that's less likely. Then you go to the next section, you shine light on it, it's lit. The more you do this, the more light you embody. Okay? So our object is to transmute as much of the darkness as we can into light. And I also see it as bringing forth your shadow side. So as you're addressing it, you're no longer feeling like you're chained or, involved in toxic situations, whatever the case. You're shining light on it and you're making it known. You're making it public. Okay? So if your shadow self is a closet drinker, or maybe a public drinker, I don't know. Maybe within your shadow self, it was in your lineage to, have alcohol dependency. And because you're shining the light on it, you're saying, I no longer want to be dependent on that. And now you're acknowledging it, you're putting it in the forefront, and you're putting the light out for it. The more light that you emit, the more beautiful you are. And the more beautiful that you see yourself to be. You look at yourself in the mirror and you see less and less of that shadow and more of the sun coming out. Okay? There's nothing wrong with dark. Dark does not equal evil. Dark just means dark. Okay? A star cannot twinkle in the night sky without the dark. Keep that in mind. Okay? We do have the star card here. The star needs darkness to shine. All right. Very good. This was a good reading. I am so grateful for all the stuff that came out. It feels like a lot of us are purging that old stuff, transmuting the dark into light, seeing our worth and value, treating ourselves with care and compassion. And even if that involves being in a connection and doing that, then, even better, because now you're helping each other in that situation. So maybe you're going through and doing your shadow work alone for a time and then coming together and continuing to doing it in a soulmate caring connection. Okay? So love above all is what matters the most. You're basically letting go of the fear, the anxiety, the toxicity, the negative energy, and you're inviting in love, joy, happiness, abundance. I mean, honestly, this is what we're doing when we're doing shadow work. We're letting go of the stuff that doesn't serve us and inviting in the stuff that does, that makes us healthier all around in mind, body, and spirit. Okay. So that's all I have for you today. I thank you all so much for those who joined me in this message. I'm so grateful for the energy exchange. May you all have a life filled with happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and as always, love. Okay. Make sure you fill your own cup first before you fill someone else's. That's that self-love. We always need to give it to ourselves. Okay. And then keep in mind that I am a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. So if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to reach out. All right, everybody. Thank you so much again for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.